guys, it's Liz. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm on my phone and I'm using that microphone. Anyways, so I came outside today. I've been inside too much, and the weather right now is kind of perfect, so I wanted to take advantage of it while I could. So if you follow the blog, you might have noticed lately that I am not there. I really haven't been on social media or posting the blog. I suck at these vlogs, so this is pretty rare. But I've been wanting to do this video for a while, probably since the beginning of July, and it is now the beginning of September. So, but I've been putting it off for various reasons, which part of it we'll get to in this video. So the main reason I haven't really been on the blog, and I mean for a while, I mean I've been doing card readings for a few months now, and I kind of stopped doing like regular different kind of blog posts like I was doing for a while, chakras and personal development, like that kind of thing, like doing paranormal stuff. If you are familiar with me at all, then I have a book out on the paranormal topic, so on being a medium and all that. So, and I was doing videos, or blogs rather, on these different topics, and I stopped doing them, and I thought I was going through, I don't know, maybe I was getting bored, or I don't know, or maybe even a little on the depressed side. I am bipolar, and especially during the winter months, if you will, I do tend to get sad. That's the seasonal affective disorder. This year, I would say it was actually not that bad. I was able to get through the winter okay. I'm gonna move a little bit here. So, what's been going on lately, though, is at the beginning of July, I was diagnosed with stage 2 kidney disease, also known as, I have some notes here so I don't forget stuff. So this is CKD. Stage 2 is considered quite mild. My GFR was about 62 milliliters per minute. Now, if you have, say, healthy kidneys, or just even like stage 1, like mild, let me back up. There are 5 stages of kidney disease. 1 is you're more or less fine. You're somewhere between 190 milliliters. You're doing okay. And then it kind of progresses as you go down. So then you got stage 2, which for me was, I think it's something between, I want to say like 80 and 60 milliliters. Mine is at 62. So I'm getting relatively close to stage 3. I had decided, probably within 48 hours of my diagnosis, that I was not going to get worse. I was actually going to get better. Now, if you know anything about kidney disease, and if you look up online or anything like that, it basically tells you that there is no cure. You don't really get better. You just get, the best you can do is get worse slower. And I decided pretty much immediately that wasn't going to be my story. Now, I don't have, my next round of tests isn't until the beginning of November, so I can't say what I've done so far is proof that I am getting better. But let's get into some of the symptoms. There are more symptoms than what I have listed here, but I'm specifically going to talk about my personal experience. So these are the symptoms I am experiencing, and what brought me to the doctor, and what kind of raised some flags for him to even get me tested. So some of the symptoms I've been going through are decreased mental alertness. So this is one of the reasons why, if not the main reason, why I have not been super active on the blog, and why in my previous video where I tried to do a card reading, it was a hot mess. Like, it was a straight up garbage fire. And that's because my brain is literally not working correctly right now. I have a very hard time. Right now is what I call a good day. I'm having a good day right now. Yesterday was also a good day. The day before that was awful. It was really not good. I felt I had low energy, and I mean that on a physical level as well as a mental level, and I don't mean mental in the sense that I was having negative thoughts. I refuse to have those. When I do catch it, I immediately correct it. What I mean by that is decreased mental alertness. So I'm not able to think very clearly, really at all. And not even just in making decisions, but just in general. Like, trying to write or even trying to do a vlog like this is next to impossible. So that is probably the main reason why I kind of, even before I was diagnosed and before I knew what was happening, why I backed off writing blogs as much as I was. Because I was doing them at least two to three times a week, like about a year ago. And now it's, you know, I write the occasional card reading now, and this is why. So I also experienced, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, edema, fatigue, insomnia, which makes sense, itchy skin, which I did not realize was a symptom, frequent urination, especially at night. I always said, oh, I just have a tiny bladder. I have a bladder the size of a pea. Turns out, in my case, it was a symptom of kidney disease. I'm not saying that anyone who pees a lot has kidney disease. I'm just speaking on my experience. That was the case. I still experience nausea for, like, seemingly out of the blue, like for no reason. It's seemingly no reason at all. And unexplained headaches. And so those were probably the main ones. And a lot of these when you put them together, and if you know anything about kidney disease, it totally makes sense. For me, I didn't know anything about kidney disease. It never even occurred to me that I could have this. And I just figured the symptoms I was having were just, random, or just I could easily explain them away, right? Oh, I've always had this kind of problem, or, oh, it's the weather or whatnot, right? I can just, individually, I could kind of explain them away. But when I went to my doctor, and started explaining and I didn't even tell him all of these symptoms because I didn't realize they were symptoms. So I just went to him and I said, I'm feeling really fatigued and I can't think clearly. And there was just a couple of things that made him go, And so immediately he was like, well, I think let's go for a round of tests. Maybe, I thought anyways, that it could possibly be a vitamin deficiency of some kind. I know I don't get enough vitamin D. So I thought maybe it had something to do with that. And so he thought, okay, well, it's been a while since we did some blood work on you anyways. So let's go ahead and do that. And it was through those tests that they discovered that I had this problem. Now, when I first saw the tests online, like I'm a part of this thing called My Care, and you can get your test results and your file through that. At first, when I saw that, I didn't know, I did not know what renal meant. So I don't know, maybe I'm a little uneducated, but I didn't know what that word meant. So when I saw low renal activity in my file, I just kind of went, meh, okay, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. And then about 5 minutes later, I got a call from my doctor's office, and the nurse, who sounded very concerned, wanted to make sure that I was aware of this issue. And so after talking to her, I immediately went to work. I love to research, and especially if it's something as serious as my health, my immediate reaction is go research. So I hopped on the Google and I spent a couple of hours researching. It really didn't take that long, but I wanted to be thorough. Like, it didn't need to take that long. Pretty much everything said the same thing. I just wanted to be thorough. And so so that's how I ended up finding out that a lot of the symptoms I was having, that was an indicator. Now, most people who have kidney disease, according to my research, most people who have kidney disease, especially 1 and 2, like stages 1 and 2, have little to no symptoms. They have no idea that this is happening. It usually, again, according to the research, they don't notice something's wrong until they have about 25% left of kidney function. So that's like stage 5, or that's like stage 4 or 5. Like that's when you're looking at a kidney replacement. Like, it's serious. Some other symptoms, which I will either link below or add to this video later in editing, are like some, I guess, more obvious, are blood in your urine, dark urine, if it's foamy. So those are a couple of, like, okay, shit's real, something's wrong. I have not experienced that as yet, and I don't intend to. As I said, I made the decision that I wasn't just going to maintain where I was at for as long as I could. I was actually going to get better. I have decided I am going to heal from this fully. And so some of the ways that, again, according to research, that helps with treatment, not really with healing specifically, because, like, according to research, you're not getting better. The best you're going to do is maintain for a long period of time, and then slowly over time you're meant to decrease. I decided that wasn't going to be my case. So for now, what I know I can do, apart from this mindset, is healthy or clean excuse me, I burped. Healthy, clean eating. So I kind of already do this. This was something, thankfully, I already have a lot of knowledge about. I went vegan about 10 years ago this month. I think it was 10 or 11. I've lost count. And over time, I learned how I was still, even as a vegan, there is a ton of garbage out there, and I was putting it in my body. Mainly, and I've spoken about this in blogs, a chip addiction. I have a potato chip addiction, or had, rather. I will say had because I no longer have that addiction. It was almost like my body knew this was contributing, and so when I actually think about having chips, I literally start to gag. Like, I have a very visceral experience, and I don't. My body, 100%, that's a hard no, does not want. I no longer crave it. So clean eating means, and part of the reason why it's so important to have a clean diet and you have kidney disease is because your body builds up toxins. Your kidneys aren't able to filter that out, and it gets your body gets all. That's one of the reasons why you, like, swell up and stuff like that and get fatigued and all of that, is because the toxins are staying in your body. So I also had to do, well, I didn't. I also did, and still, like, occasionally will do a detox, if you will. So I'll just have, like, smoothies or something that kind of helps, and a lot of greens helps kind of flush my system out. So I try to stay away from anything that's not clean, right? So my best bet at this point is probably to go raw vegan. I'm just not ready to go right into that immediately. Also, I'm running out of time here. Regular exercise, which, again, if you know anything about me, I love yoga. I love it. The thing is, that I haven't been doing it lately, which is really not good for both my health and my mental health and all of that. And it's one of the reasons is you're so physically low on energy and so fatigued that it's difficult to find the energy to do even basic stuff like dishes or like chores and things like that, or making food. The other day I was having a really hard day and just making food was a task. So regular exercise right now it's a struggle for me right now. Now the ginger tabs, or having nausea, I've been consuming some ginger tabs, not too much, it's not like every day, but it helps. And you're meant to avoid things like aspirin and ibuprofen. And now I have an allergy to aspirin, so that wasn't a big deal, but I do take ibuprofen for those headaches, and that's a big no-no. So I have to figure out another way to deal with these headaches. And you also need to, or I've been restricting potassium and phosphorus consumption. That's going to contribute to some issues. Yeah. Hey, sorry, the camera turned off on me there. I was pretty much, I'm getting around to the end of this anyways, so I really just wanted to give you guys sort of an update on what's going on with me right now, and loud noises. So yeah, just to let you know what's going on, why I'm not blogging very much. I'm hoping to vlog more, but editing can be a process. If anybody, does, any kind of video chat, or, well, not chat, but you know what I mean, like these, vlogs or Instagram stories, Facebook stories, any of that stuff, editing can be something of a process, especially if you want to do something, that looks nice, right? And that takes energy and a mental capacity that I just don't have right now. So chances are this vlog will be extremely unedited, because I don't know that I have it in me to be super creative with this right now. I really just wanted to let you guys know what was going on, why I'm not super active blogging right now, and doing card readings and such. Let you know what's going on with my health. I'd like to keep you updated with my health situation and so on. So if I notice I'm getting, having a bad day, maybe I'll vlog about it, or when I get my next test results, let you know if it shows any kind of improvement. I definitely want to keep you guys updated. But for now, that's what's going on with me. So, and if you have kidney disease or had kidney disease, and you have the same kind of thought, see what I mean about mental clarity, and the lack thereof. If you've gotten better, let me know in the comments. I've heard about it, again, through research. I have seen other people who have gotten better, but it helps to hear it from the fam. So, and if some of these symptoms that I've mentioned are kind of red flags for you right now, please go get that checked. It can be a very, very serious thing. It can, not to be like boo scary, but it can lead to death. So please take care of yourself, and bring it up to your doctor. Maybe not say, hey, I think I have kidney disease, but here are some symptoms. Can you test me? because most people aren't experiencing these symptoms, or like me, just kind of blow them off. And I blew them off for so long that now I'm down to, like kind of like the bottom, if you will, of I'm going from, if I hadn't caught it when I did, because this is considered mild. So I'm very, very near stage 3, and that's when shit really starts to hit the fan and really starts to nosedive. So I don't want that for you. So if you think, hey, some of this sounds familiar, please go get checked. And I will keep you updated. Thanks for watching. Hit all the buttons, and I will see you soon.